Oh. Hello there. You caught me at just the right time.
You see, I was just collecting some of the ingredients needed for the newest drinking Imillon video. You been outside lately? It's a madhouse. Would not recommend it. What I would recommend is sticking around, staying tuned, keeping through this video in order to learn how to make a healing potion, Imillon style. So, the different cultures in Imillon all make potions different ways, depending on what ingredients they have access to. Now, in the Soul of Frost, you only really encountered the potions that they would have in Salter, which, for the most part, are imported and made with local plants and all that. And, you know, pretty stock standard stuff. However, there's one place on Imillon that's definitely unique in pretty much every way, and that continues with their potions. That place is the land from which Bastion originates, Vophemel. Now, Vophemel is a continent that's been dealing with a war for around 2 centuries now, between the genocidal, expansionist 8 Points hegemony and the basically everybody else on the continent trying to hold them back, the last Bastion. No relation. Now, one of the quirks about, you know, being at war for 200 years, especially when a good amount of it is World War I style trench warfare, where just the land is being decimated, is that a lot of your farms and natural ingredients and all the things that you need to make potions, they start to get stretched real thin. Now, in Vophemel, they have their ingredients all stretched thin by the war. So they figured out a way to lengthen them and have the potions function most of the way the same. And they do that by, instead of, you know, just using the ingredients, mortar and pestling them like an alchemist normally would, instead, they basically make extracts of their ingredients in the same way that you would with vanilla extract, where you take some really powerful alcohol, you stick the thing in there, and it saps out all the goodness. And you can just use it like that. So, that's what they do for their potions. And that basically means that when a soldier gets hurt and takes a potion on the battlefield, they're basically just doing shots. So it's, you know, sort of neither here nor there on how effective the actual alchemical aspects of those potions are as compared to the alcoholic aspects. But hey, the one that we're gonna make, nothing alchemical about it because alchemy isn't real. Let's get to it. So step 1, as with most recipes, is to gather your ingredients and tools. Thing number 1 that you're gonna need, mason jar. Thing number 2, which you saw me bringing in the opening, mint. I happen to have a mint plant outside, so I just clipped these 4 sprigs. They're a little small, smaller than probably what you get at the store, but they'll do us just fine. Don't need a whole ton. You're also going to want tarragon, marjoram, thyme, bay leaves. I'm using dried ones because that's what I have. Cooking grade lavender, dried currants, cloves and allspice, whole, not ground, anise extract, a couple of cinnamon sticks, and of course the most important ingredient of all, the functional one, good old Everclear 190. So, let's get to it. And basically, this is going to be super simple. You're just going to be putting your ingredients in the jar. So we'll start out with the mint. I'm going to pick the leaves off. Really? Alright, hold on. Let me pick the leaves off this plant. Alright, so there's our mint. We're then going to
take a couple of our bay leaves. Strong smell. Probably just 3 of those. Crack open our thyme. Whole big lump there. Let's actually get a cutting board out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just get as much as you can off the stems. And if you get some stem in there, that's not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. And of course, we're not going to use the whole thing. And we're just eyeballing. No need for specific measurements, just sort of eyeballing what we think feels right. It's more what ingredients we use, not how much. I'd say that's probably enough time. Just throw that in the jar. Alright, let's get the margarine out. And again, leaves off the stems. That's enough. Let's block. And the tarragon. Same general deal. Try to get as much off the stems as you can, but not a huge deal if you get some. Okay, that's enough of that. Next up, we're going to want to take our lavender, and we're going to want around half a tablespoon of our lavender. Doesn't have to be precise. That was very much a heaping half tablespoon, which is fine. And then we want to take, very simply, 1 cinnamon stick, just shove it in there. We want to take a couple of our cloves here. This is around like 7 or 8. Just throw those in. Not a whole lot. Don't want to totally overpower. Just want to use an accent. Same deal with the allspice. A few berries. And then we're going to take our currants. And we're just going to put those in. Yeah, that's good. Then we're going to take just 1/8 of a teaspoon of our anise extract. And then last but not least, after we get all the final bits and bobs into the jar, we're going to take Everclear and we're going to fill that baby up. Now we slap on the cover and we wait. Alright, so it's been around 2 hours now, and if we give this a quick turnover, look at that, we'll jumble up. It's all, I don't know if you can see that so well on camera, but it's turned all green. So let's give it a strain. Look at that. That actually looks really cool. Bright green. Whew. Definitely smells strongly of Everclear. So we've got a little over a cup there. Let's take our spring water and we'll bring that out to a drinkable level. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Nice. Now we have 2 cups of our fancy vodka there. So let's throw her in a fresh jar. I guess actually 2 fresh jars, because each of these jars is a cup. I'm honestly really excited to try this. Yeah. We only need 1 jar, I suppose. There is our jar of potion. But of course, the primo way to have a potion is in a vial. There we go. That's better, right? Yeah, that actually fits. Fill up our vial. There we go. Good day. Honestly, kind of neat.